All right, good morning. We're going to start standing at the center of your mat. We don't need any props today. All body weight. We're going to lengthen and strengthen. So take a moment just to stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Arms down by your sides or hand on your belly. Just taking a few deep breaths, recognizing that you've been showing up for yourself throughout this summer. You've been consistent. Let's breathe that in and breathe in our desire to continue our consistency throughout the year. Giving ourselves grace, courage, and strength. Taking a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. Really feeling the ribs fill up with air in the sides and in the back. And as you breathe out, feeling the ribs connect deeply all the way through the pelvic floor. We can start to draw the tailbone under and feel that opposition as we reach our arms up towards the sky or the ceiling, taking a big inhale. Pressing the thumbs back, lifting the heart, and then round down from the top of the head all the way down, letting yourself hang, shifting your weight forward and back, big toe, little toe, and heel into the mat. And then allowing your knees to stay soft and rolling up by dumping the tailbone under all the way to stand. Reach those arms up, inhale, lifting the chest, side bend, right arm comes down, left arm reaches up. As we let our weight shift over into that left hip, breathe in, opening the chest slightly towards the sky. And exhale, release. Other side, reach the arm across to find that reach in opposition as you reach the other arm up, little finger turned in, letting the hips drop over, drawing the tailbone under, feel that stretch in that outside hip, and release. Good. Let's start towards the front of the mat for a little vinyasa-ish flow here. We're going to reach the arms up, take an inhale, and press the thumbs back, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold forward, soften the knees. Then you're going to lift halfway up. So let the head lift, stick the butt out, as you can even bring your hands to your lower legs, extending the heart. And then we drop forward, taking the hands back to the mat. Step back into a plank position. Can you find the heels right over the toes? Wrap your elbows back and start to shift your weight forward, keeping the head high. Lift the heart forward slightly as we bend the elbows and lower down. You can always set your knees down first if you want to. I'm going to go slow through this first round. We go all the way down to the mat, top of the feet towards the ground, and press up to extend. Can you push the shoulders away from the ears, engage the glutes? On that next exhale, tuck the toes, pressing up into a pike. All the way back, give yourself a little pedal out here. Feeling the outside of that heel into the mat. And we're going to stay for a few breaths, really focusing on if you need to soften the knees, you can. Really stick the tailbone up and back. With every exhale, I want you to push the mat away a little bit more. Maybe let the head drop. Let the sits bones reach further up. Allow yourself to use this position of the chest pressing towards the thighs to rest and recover. And on the next inhale, we're going to soften our knees and lift our heels, look forward, and then exhale to step forward between the hands. Staying in that forward fold and then roll it up all the way to stand. Roll the shoulders back, reach those arms up, inhale, exhale, rounding down towards the mat. We breathe in and we lift halfway. We breathe out to lower the hands to the mat, step back to plank and sink down. Elbows pull in and back. One plank down. Flip the feet. Press up, inhale. Exhale, returning to that pike position. Up and back. If you need to walk your feet forward a little, you can. If you need to soften the knees, you can, but really press the chest towards the thighs. Taking 3 big breaths. Sinking deeper into that stretch with each exhale, allowing the mind to silence. And On the next inhale, soften the knees, lift the heels slightly, and look forward. We're going to step forward between the hands, forward fold, and then roll it up. Roll the shoulders back, reach those arms up, inhale. And one more time here, let's go through it. Round it down. Take the hands to the mat, lift halfway. Hands back to the mat as you step back into plank. Sinking down, flip the feet, extend, lift the chest, open it up. On the exhale, lower yourself down, press up and back into pike, and settle into it. This is when it's time to silence the mind, to bring your awareness to your body, to any tightness. Use this pike to maybe take the hips side to side while pressing the chest towards the thighs to feel that stretch down the sideline of your body. And then look forward and jump or step forward between the hands. Rolling up all the way, reach those arms up, inhale. Press the thumbs back and exhale, release. Take the hands behind your back and release the fingers, press down towards the ground. I want you to fold forward while reaching up towards the sky or towards the ceiling, spreading the shoulders away from the ears. See if you can reach a little further, finding that stretch through the shoulder girdle. Good. All right, we're going to find ourselves into a little plie position. So toes turned out, feet wider than your hips, wider than your shoulders. We're going to lower down nice and deep, keeping the chest lifted. You can press into the sides of your knees. Try to get that back straight like it's against a wall, but tuck the tailbone slightly. And just get nice and deep here. And then we're going to stand it up, reach those arms up. So as we lower into our plie, you could take your hands down towards the knees, pressing them open, and then stand, crossing the elbows behind your head and back down. If you want to just omit the press on the knees, we can just start to move with our plie. Finding weight in the outside of that foot, pushing the knees open. Our big toes still engaged into the ground. Start to feel yourself go a little deeper with each repetition. Building our strength, getting our mobility. Allowing those arms to cross behind the head. Almost there. And bring it down, hold. Hold right here, lift your one heel up, other heel up. Try to keep them lifted, try to keep that shape and just pulse. A little bit down, a little bit up, you've got it. Heels are lifted, knees pressing out. Breathe, breathe. Keep pulsing, hang in there with me, and stand it up all the way, lower those heels. Awesome. Let's come down onto the mat. If you want to do the Pilates sit, we cross our ankles and turn the knees out as you just lower down into a cross-legged position and then place the feet down in front of you at the mat. Let's go ahead and just take a hold of the lower legs and then find that shape of rolling back all the way. Reach the arms back to take your hands behind your head, walk your feet back a little bit, and let's begin a little crunch here. So we're going to lift the chest. I want you to breathe out before you lift. So feel the ribs pulling it down. Lift the chest. Keep that neutral pelvis. Reach those arms long. Lift a little bit higher. Keep the height. Float the hands behind the head and lower back down. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Hands behind the head and lower down. Again. Up. Reach. Keep the height as you float your hands back and lower down. As you're lifting, really reach through your armpits. Maybe the shoulders will round forward a little. That's fine. Just keep that space underneath the lower back. Both feet are into the ground. You're aware of your whole body here. See if you can lift a little bit higher and release. All right, let's bring the knees up to tabletop and then open the knees out. So we have this little diamond leg position. Hands are behind the head. We're going to lift the chest And then reach those arms long. So we're going into hundreds. We breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend the legs out on the exhale, keeping that turnout, that lateral rotation. Breathe in, pull the knees in, tight little ball. And breathe out, extend. Breathe in, breathe out. Point the toes, really turn those little toes towards one another. Keep pulsing, keep breathing. We're getting our blood flowing. That pulse is coming from the shoulder girdle. Reach long. Finding that inner thigh line. You've got it. Keep pulsing. Keep reaching. Pulling the knees in on the inhale. Extending on that exhale. Hold. Pull the knees in and lower down. Amazing. Take the arms out to the side. Separate your feet and just take the knees side to side. Just get a little release in those hips, in the spine. And let's add, as you rotate, take the top leg and kick it towards the opposite hand. So we twist and we lengthen and we try to touch our hand with our foot. So we're getting a big hamstring stretch, a nice stretch in the back. It's a wonderful way to move the body. If you have any tightness in the legs or the lower back, just alternating those kicks side to side. And then lengthen the legs long. Let's go into our roll up. We're going to inhale, reach long. On the exhale, we'll lift our arms up towards the sky, look up over those feet and roll it up. All the way over, point the toes, let those big toes touch, rounding over the legs, arms by the ears, and then roll back from that lower back, going slow all the way through. You can soften the knees if you need to get that lower back down. Reach it up, roll it over, dive forward, point the toes, feel that stretch and that reach, and then roll it back. Inhale, exhale, arms up and over, point and reach, and exhale back down. 2 breath roll up. Roll it up, exhale, inhale. Exhale, up and over, and inhale back down. Beautiful. And back down to the mat. All the way, reach those arms back, circle them around, and take them down to your sides. We're going to pull the right knee in towards our chest, extend the leg up. Go ahead and take a moment to grab behind the leg and walk your hands up as high as you can. Keep that leg straight, and then circle the foot around. So little circles of the foot to feel the stretch in the ankle, in the lower leg. And then take the arms down by your sides in that low V. We're going to do a big hip circle today. So you're going to drop your foot and leg over across your body. The hip come up, and then you circle around, you ground your hip, and you keep the left hip into the mat as you circle around all the way. So we're using the deep core. You go across the body, letting that same hip lift. As you circle around, you stabilize the pelvis, and you go out without letting the opposite hip lift. A little tricky, but here we go. We go across, down, out, and around. So only going as big as you can stabilize when you go around. If your hip is clicking, you might be losing that stabilization in that lower core. So really getting that big circle. Across, down, out, and around. Really pressing the opposite heel into the mat. Let's reverse. So now we go out, keeping the hips stable. Down, across, lifting that hip and center. So out, down, and around. Trying to not to let that left hip leave the mat. And one more. Good. Bring the right leg up, or left leg up to meet the right leg. Lower the right leg down. Grab behind that left leg. Give me little circles with the foot here. Take the arms back to that V or T position, and we go across, letting the left hip lift. Circle down, out and around, and back to center. You may have a little power in these, but sometimes that'll lose the ability to keep the hips stable when you're going out and around. So find your position that works. You can always make your circles smaller. Good, and let's reverse it. So go out, keeping that right hip into the mat. across and around and center, out, down, around and center. And again, last one, down, around, and center. Bring the right leg up to meet the left. Hands behind your head, and let's roll it up all the way into our roll like a ball position. So we're holding our lower legs. We're creating that C curve in our lower back. Draw the elbows out, drop the shoulders away from the ears. We roll back and we roll up. So we're trying to just let ourselves rock back while keeping that same shape. You're looking between your thighs. Your core is deeply on. Your feet are pressed together. Your chin stays off your chest, but they're looking down. And we're just rocking, rolling like a ball, creating that nice, strong core, creating that little space of our back. Good. Now scoot the butt back, keep the legs long. Let's go into our twist. We're going to take the feet together, soften the knees if you need to just sit up tall in that lower back. And let's take the arms out to the sides. Imagine you're pressing down to grow taller through the top of the head. Here we go. We inhale, we exhale, rotate to the right, and we breathe out 3, 2, 1, and then we come back to center. So you're doing these little pulses as you rotate, but you're growing taller with each pulse. Don't think about pushing the arms back anymore. Think about rotating the chest towards the direction you're going and growing taller, lengthening the legs, and center, and exhale, and center. Inhale, exhale, twist, 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 and center. Again, twist, 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 center, twist, 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 and center. Good. Place the hands down. We're going to turn around. Actually, I'm going to face the other way here. And from this position, let's go ahead and round the back for a little cat-cow. Look down, feel the shoulders draw away from the ears. And then inhale and extend, finding that chest lifting, tailbone lifting, pressing into the top of the feet if you can as you exhale and round. Find that really deep round shape. Push the mat away as far as you can. And then inhale and extend, letting the heart pull forward. Exhale, round, sitting back slightly. Stay there, breathe into it. Find that stretch in the ribs. And then shifting forward, lengthen and extend. And inhale. Good. From here, let's thread the needle. Reach up, inhale. And exhale. We're going to reach through, staying close to the opposite arm. Find that reach, maybe even setting that left or shoulder down slightly, and then reach up. We'll quicken the pace for 3. Reach through and up. Reach through and up, rotating with the core, keeping the hips square and still. Good. Other side. First, press into a pike. Just pedal it out for a moment. Coming back onto all fours, releasing the top of the feet into the mat. Right arm reaches up, and we go through. Underneath, and then pull it up. Imagine the core doing all of this work. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, reach up. See if you can do this without the body shifting back, keeping the work in the core rather than mobilizing too much in the hips. We're using our thoracic. Take the hand back to the mat. Tuck the toes, press up and back into our pike. Taking a couple breaths here. And let's soften the knees. Reach that right leg up towards the sky. You're going to pull that knee in towards the nose as you step between the hands, taking the foot down. From here, reach the arms up so you're in this lunge position. Push the back heel back towards the mat and lift the heart to extend. You're going to feel a stretch in that back leg. So our left leg is really feeling that stretch. Then take the right hand down and reach that left arm up and over. So you're doing a big side bend. That left psoas hip flexor. We'll really feel this as you push the left heel back and stay deep into your lunge. Breathe in, and then breathe out, arms up, hands back down to the mat, going back into our plank chaturanga. So now elbows pull back as you lower yourself down to the mat like we did before. Think about keeping yourself stiff like a board, then releasing the top of the feet, extending into an up dog, big stretch. You can even lift your thighs off the mat if you engage your legs enough. Round, look down, press back into pike. And we switch legs. Left leg will reach straight up. Inhale. Exhale, knee towards the nose as we step forward into our lunge. Lift the arms, sink deep in your lunge. Push the right heel back to get that stretch and that extension. And then side bend. Left arm drops down, right arm reaches up. And you're feeling that stretch by pulling that right rib cage out and up. Back to center, both arms up. Take the hands to the mat. Step back into plank chaturanga. Engage the inner thighs. Elbows pull back as you lower down. Flip the feet. Press up. Extend. Inhale. And exhale, pressing down, back up into pike. Good. Staying here for a moment. Find your breath. Soften your knees. And then step forward with both feet. Rolling up. All right. Couple more rounds. Reach those arms up. Inhale. Exhale, round it down. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Shift forward, elbows pull back or knees go down first, whatever feels the best. Flip the feet, press it up, extend, inhale. Exhale, lower to the mat, flip the toes, press up and back into pike. Right leg directly up. Step through the hands. Take those arms up into our low lunge. Extend. Good. Hand drops down. Give me that side bend. Keep that back leg long and strong. Bring it back up to center. Hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Shift forward. Elbows pull back. See, lower down. Flip the feet. Press up. Inhale. Exhale. Lowering down to the mat. Tuck the toes. Press up and back into pike. Left leg directly up. Pull the knee in towards the nose to step forward. Lift the arms. Inhale. And then side bend. You can even reach that left arm across the stomach. Arms back up, hands down, step back into plank. Chaturanga. Elbows pull back, flip the feet, lift, inhale. Exhale, lowering down, tuck the toes, press up and back into pike. Soften the knees, look forward, and step forward between the hands. Roll it up to stand. Last round, we're going to play with it a little bit more. So inhale, exhale, round forward, step back into plank. Lowering down, your shoulders are feeling it. I know, stay strong, keep the form. Extend, activate the legs the whole time, press up and back into pike. Good. From here, right leg lifts. Knee towards the nose to step through the hands. You're going to step into a lunge. This time, reach those arms up. But this time, I want you to go into a lean forward. So we're going to lean forward. So we're hinging back with the hips. You're going to step that back knee in and pull the elbows in. And then reach long again. So find that diagonal. Your chest is almost parallel to the ground. You're pulling your right hip back. Really draw the elbows back like you're pulling an item in towards your stomach. Reach and pull. Good. Keeping your weight all in that right leg. Sitting deep into that right hip. Almost there. Hold it here. Extend, lift up. Hands to the mat. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. We've got this. Lower down to the mat. Flip the feet. Press it up to extend. Tuck the toes. Back up and back with the hips into our pike. Same thing, other side. Here we go. Left leg lifts up. Knee towards the nose, step through the hands. Find your deep lunge. Adjust if you need to. Lift the arms. Hinge forward from the hips, pulling the left hip back. Find that lunge, that nice long line from the head to the toe or to the heel. Reach long and pull in. You've got this. Watch that your left knee doesn't fall in. You're drawing your left hip back. You're pulling. Elbows back and in. Reach and pull. Almost there. Hold here, lift the chest, and then fold forward, hands to the mat, find your plank. Final chaturanga. Shift forward, elbows pull in and back, lower yourself down, flip the feet. Press up to extend, inhale. Exhale, lowering down, tuck the toes, press it up and back into your pike. Pedal it out, you deserve it. Amazing job. Let those hips go side to side if it feels nice, turning the heels. So many ways you can play with this move. Should start to feel nice. Go ahead and take your knees down to the mat, finding all fours, knees right under the hips, hands right underneath the shoulders. We're going to take that left leg long to extend. Right arm reaches up, thumb turned up. And let's go ahead and round elbow to knee and reach and lengthen. Scoop through the core. I know the shoulders are tired. They might be burning. This is building endurance. Sit your weight back. Stay soft in that left arm. Pull in and extend. Reach. Finding that leg controlled with the glute. Hold here. Lengthen it all, and we open and close. It's a mini open and close. You're not side bending at all. You're keeping control with the core, inner thigh. Everything is working. We open just as wide as the mat or a little wider, and then we bring it in and down. Amazing. Right into the other side. Left arm, right leg. Round and scoop. Reach and lengthen. Maybe you can bring the tip of the elbow to the tip of the knee. Allow yourself to feel like there's that string on your bra strap line, pulling it up as you round. Use the deep core to do that. Good. Hold here. We open and close. It's a small move. You're stabilizing your hips. You're finding your balance. And take the hand and knee back down to the mat. Coming down onto your left hip. And we're just going to stack the knees. Your hand is out where your rib can drop down and get that little stretch. And it should be kind of between where your knee and hip is. So from here, the top arm is going to reach up and we lift up into a side bend, extending the top leg. Push a little weight into that foot that you just put down on the ground and really reach the ribs up and over. Inhale. And then exhale, bring it back down. Let your rib fall a little bit and then go back up and over, lifting from the side body down, letting yourself get that stretch in the rib and then push the ground away like you're being hooked up towards the sky. And rest and one extend. More, reach it up and over. Then from here, just adjust yourself so the knee is underneath the hip and the hand is under the shoulder. I'm going to take the top arm up and place the hand behind the head, elbow slightly forward. Lift that top leg and just lift and lower here. Turn the heel up. Try to press open the bottom hip so we're not sitting back. We're lifting and lowering with the glute. Your heel is rotated up towards the sky. Hold it there. We've got circles. Go back up and around, trying to circle around the hip. So we're going behind, above, in front of. Get it a little bit higher. Pull the core in. You've got this. Keep dropping the shoulder away from the ear. Soften that bottom arm. And reverse it. You've got it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Reach that top arm up and over to sit back into that side angled shell. Big inhale. And exhale. Let's walk our hands over to the other side. First, sitting with those knees stacked and our right hand down. We're going to just find it a little bit away from us, again, between where your knee and your hip are. Left arm is going to reach up as you push the ground away and we extend the top leg. So you're pushing into that top foot or that long leg foot. And then we come back into our side kneeling. Let the ribs drop, pull the ribs away, and then up and over. So we're using our oblique, but we're also getting a stretch in the top oblique, or top side body. Try to think like you're between two sheets of glass. Up and over, pressing into the top foot, reaching through that little finger of that top arm. Lowering the hips, letting the ribs stretch, and press up and over, reach, and let's adjust. Bring that knee underneath the hip, hand, knee, and foot all aligned. Hand behind your head, we lift and lower that long leg, turning the heel up. If you need to move your hand forward a little bit more or adjust, you can. You're really light in that hand, like you could lift it. I know it burns and I know it's hard. Keep letting your weight shift towards where that foot is that's lifting and lowering. Hold it up there. Let's circle. Creating those circles around the hip joint, keeping your body still. So keep pushing your weight towards where that foot is circling. Keep reaching that leg long, getting the height, getting behind you, and reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it back to center and in, sitting your knees together, and reach that top arm for that side shell. Really rounding through the lower back, reaching through the little finger. Taking a big inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and lay on our back, pull the knees in slightly, just so the feet are underneath the knees almost. We're going to take our feet about hip distance apart, and let's just do a hip roll, rolling those hips up one vertebra at a time. Feel the knees draw forward, feel the big toe, little toe, and heel into the mat. We're just going to hold this here for a moment. I want you to really draw the tailbone under. Let your weight sit into your shoulder blades. Reach the arms maybe a little longer. Relax the shoulders. Hold. Keep breathing nice and slow and steady. Watch that the knees don't fall open. You want to keep them parallel. Keep that big toe into the ground, little toe, and the heel on both legs. Draw under a little bit more, trying to open up the top front of the hip and melt it down one vertebra at a time with that next exhale. Good. From here, bring the feet a little bit closer together for balance. We're going to drive the hips straight up into our bridge. Peel the right heel off the mat, or left heel off the mat, and then the left toe. Bring the knee up to tabletop. Try to keep those hips even. Extend the leg up towards the sky. You're going to lower the legs, still keeping the hips high. Bring it down and up without the hips dropping or twisting. You're using the inner thigh of that opposite leg, the right leg that's on the ground. Lower and lift the leg, and then bend the knee. Take the toe down, then the heel. Take an inhale. Let's exhale, melt the spine down one vertebra at a time, right into neutral. Then we drive the hips back up. Peel the right heel off the ground. Then the toe. Pull the knee up to tabletop. Lengthen the leg. Keep those hips even. Look up if you need to. We lower down and lift the leg. Imagine you're pressing that leg down into something. You're stabilizing with the left hip, the left back body. Good. Bend the knee, replace the foot, and take an inhale. Stay here. This time, reach the arms back all the way as you melt down, creating length from the knees to the fingertips, all the way down with the hips. Circle the arms around, grab those knees, give them a hug. Allow yourself to rock side to side. We are so close to finishing our workout today. You guys did amazing. Let's rock ourselves up and turn around to finish with a Pilates push-up. So we do 3 push-ups with a 3 count. We step back into our plank. You can have your feet a little wide or together. And from here, if they're together, use the inner thighs. You can always take the knees down, but we lower down for a 3 count and we press up. So we go down, 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 and press. Good. Engage those inner thighs. Down, 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 and press up. Taking the knees down if you need to. Give me 2 more. Down, 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 press up for 2 and 1, and then walk your hands back all the way towards your feet. Roll it up to stand. Reach the arms out and around. Lift the heels to releve. Inhale. And exhale, lower the heels down. Round yourself down. Walk it out. Final set here. We're going for 5. We lower, 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 and press. Lower, 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 and press. Again, lower, 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 and press. And walk the hands back all the way. Roll it up all the way to stand. Reach those arms up and around. Releve, inhale. And exhale, heels down, round it down. Walk it back out all the way. And let's finish with a little pigeon stretch here. So sit back into shell first for a moment. Do little pulses here just to open up the toes. Get that little stretch in the toes. Worked our whole body today, head to toe, inside and out. Now press up into pike. To do pigeon from pike, it's a great way to get into it. We're going to take our left knee and bring it behind the left hand. So our knee is aligned with the left hand, and then you kick your foot across. Once you do that, you start to walk the right knee back, evening the hips out, and then still creating length throughout that whole back. So rather than rounding the back, you want to walk your elbows away to create length. And then if you have it in you to lower yourself to the mat and just take a couple deep breaths here, you can. You can always set a pillow underneath that hip if you need to. Allow yourself to sink into it. Allow the exhale to melt the tension in the hips, in the back, in the shoulders. And just breathe. Good. Take the hands underneath the shoulders again. Start to tuck the back toe, lifting the back knee as you press up and back into your pike. And we'll go to the other side. So we take the right leg and we pull it behind the right hand. Kick the foot across. And then lower down into that pigeon position. Walking your hands forward to create a long spine. And then elbows down towards the mat. Rather than rounding, try to stay long, create that length. Maybe supporting the head, releasing the shoulder tension, breathe. You've come so far in your journey. You've showed up for yourself. Your body gets stronger, more flexible, and remembers the moves just through consistency alone. For showing up, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, once a week, twice a week. Breathe into it. And be so grateful for everything that we have and everything that you've accomplished. Take the hands under the shoulders, begin to lengthen that back leg, step back into your pike, pedaling it out, and taking your knees down to the mat. We are finished. Wonderful, wonderful job. Thank you for joining me on this journey this summer, and I will see you again on the mat soon. Bye.